Hello everyone and welcome back to Cities by Steven. You're talking to Steven. Welcome back to the channel. If it's your first time here, please hit the subscribe button, get that bell notification on so you don't miss out on the next episode of Brockton County in Ontario themed city. And make sure to hit the like button. Like button helps the channel a lot. Also, if you have Instagram or Twitter, follow me on both those channels. You'll probably see them in one of the title screens or the end screen. You can see it, but it's just Cities by Steven. Follow me there for any updates on the channel and, daily reminders of videos and some cool screenshots as well. Last episode, we got the level 5 ore industry, and that is absolutely fantastic. But we need to get some other industries started if we want to look at getting in some unique factories, because right now we are missing the oil and the forestry industry, and I don't think I'm going to start the forestry industry just yet, but I think we can start the oil one pretty easily. So that's what we're going to do today. We have a fairly high unemployment rate at about 9%. I don't know if it's changed by now. But that kind of tells me that we should probably look at adding in some jobs. And we're also going to look at maybe moving some things around in our little industrial park as well. We've cleared up some space by moving our power plants 2 episodes ago, I think it was. Maybe it was last episode? I forget. It all blends together, Yes, that's what we got planned today. And if we have time, I think we'll do some more residential expansion. But I'm going to start off today's episode by adding in some services in our newer area, because we've been kind of lacking that lately. All right, whoa. So here's the city so far. We got Prospect Park, which I haven't named yet, but it kind of works. This is where our power plant is. Here's our quarry. It's sectioned off into 3 different groups. Now, I haven't seen any of the comments from the last videos. I'm recording this all on the weekend. But this probably isn't the best idea to have a road right beside this giant pit. But I think it's at least a good showcase of how one can make like a sand pit kind of vibe. So I think it works. We're obviously going to detail this up at a later date. I don't think Friday's episode, maybe a future Friday episode where we'll do like a city traffic fix / city detailing episode. It's kind of like a trend we're doing. But we have our sand extraction, we have our metal extraction, which I do like. These as well. As the city grows up around this, some suburbs and everything like that, industrial parks, I think this will look a bit better, because right now it just kind of looks like a bit out of place. But I think, like detailed, I think that it looks fairly good. Yeah, and then this is our production center. But I think we'll have to tweak things as we're not importing anything, which is good. But we'll definitely have to tweak some things as we get some unique factories and stuff, which is why we left so much space. I do want to get in the metal plant at some point, which is, I forget what it's called, industrial steel plant. And I'm still kind of flip-flopping if I want it over in this section, or if I want to make it like a more thematic build and put it closer to like a rail yard. So anyways, that's just some city planning that's going on in my head. But let's start off with some services. So let's just pull up this window for you guys. So we're good on power. We're good on water. Let's see, this is right beside my recording button. You can't see that, but sewage availability. Okay, we're fine there. Garbage, we're pretty good. It could probably be worth getting like a recycling plant over here. So why don't we start off with that. So I'm just gonna take this recycling plant. This is our residential type area, so I'm gonna kind of keep it away from that. But I don't think it's a bad idea to get it over here. Alright, so I'm just going to use move it to just adjust it. And I think the lot would probably go right to the end and they would connect like that, right? So, yeah, so that's just going to be a pretty big help for this area. Alright, thank you. And let's move down the list here. So, elementary schools. Pretty good coverage. We're kind of leaving some spots like over here, and Riverside doesn't have a school yet, but I think I'll get a school in over here. Ideally, I'm kind of treating this community as in like a work first kind of school area. I think we could actually change the policy to kind of do that. I think the schools out here, the citizens will prefer working over education, and only a small portion of the eligible citizens will go to study in the university. So I think we're going to do that for this neighborhood. Because it's pretty close to our little industry areas. Because we're going to have our oil industry over here, and then we have our ore industry over this way. And Riverside's just going to be over here too, so I think it'll be a good little buffer suburban type feel. All right, so that is that. High schools, yeah, we're running we're teetering on the edge. We only have 3 high schools in the city, but I don't mind if that starts getting into the red a teeny bit. But we should definitely look at getting a high school out over here somewhere. We don't have any universities. Healthcare is pretty good. I think we can add in a clinic over here somewhere. So why don't we look at making a bit of a little downtown type. So we do have some commercial over here, which could be a good spot. We were planning on making this a bit of residential, and then out over here. Yeah, let's get some of these roads going. So use our basic road here. I'm going to turn that off. Turn anarchy on. There we go. So we're gonna extend our little downtown a teeny bit. I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to use the zoning adjuster and take zoning off of this road. There we go. And that one. And I don't really know if we need it over here, but I think we'll leave that. Okay, and then we're going to go... So I'm just going to readjust this road really quickly, because I did not do my trick of never connect on a bend road right away. Always click right before, because then you can get cleaner grid lines over here. So I'm just going to fill in the space with some roads. I'm just going to end it right there, and I think we'll get another connection somewhere. So let's see. This is where a connection could be, and this is where a connection could be. I'm just going to place these, and then we will take some of them out. So I'm not going to put one over here. I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to leave this one. Yeah, I think that'll be the only connection really worth having anyways. And then we will just build this out, and we'll bring this down into a cul-de-sac. Okay, I think this will be just fine. Yeah, I think this will work. Let's maybe just extend this out a bit more. Okay, so we're gonna get some more residential out this way. Not the most desirable land, is it? But I think it is definitely something that you would see. All right, so let's get that clinic in. Let's go with this one, and we're gonna place it right here. Perfect. And you know what we could probably do? So I'm not sure about our death care. Yeah, so we have some death care over here. I think we'll leave it for now, but we definitely need to get some police coverage and stuff like that. So healthcare should be a lot better now over here. We still have a bit of a dead zone over here. A non-green zone over here. But I think like overall our healthcare is pretty darn good. Our elder care is not the best out over in this new section, but that's fine too. So let's go to fire coverage first. So we definitely need a fire hall out this way. Probably even 2. So what I'm thinking is we could probably get this larger firehouse, but I don't know. I think this will probably be sufficient. So we're gonna place this on this road here, and I hope that did enough. Yeah, I think maybe we should just get another one over this side. But how much do they cost per week? 700. I mean, it would be a really far trek if something did catch fire over here, right? So probably worth planting down. All right, and then police. So let's take a quick look. I know we have some police issues over here, so that's a pretty big concern. So we only have a couple precincts. We don't have a headquarters yet, but I think we will probably want that headquarters somewhere else other than Riverside. So I think Riverside's just gonna have a basic police station. Let's put that police station. You know, it's so tempting just to put it right beside the fire hall and everything like that, but it's just so basic, right? Something that we've all done. Alright, we're gonna try to keep this a bit commercial, so... no, let's do this. And we'll get some of that there. I don't know if we're gonna zone on this road. Yeah, I think it'll be fine. Let's just get a couple shops though. Why don't we kind of split this up with a bit of a pathway. There we go. And I actually don't know if we need one there. I think we can decorate that on a Friday video or something like that. Alright, so we'll get some commercial right here like that. I think this is a bit too steep to build a shop on. So what we'll do instead is we'll just get a little pathway. Let's go with the paved one. There we go. Didn't get it far enough apparently. Oh, come on. Alright, so we got that kind of in place. And then now we can look at zoning in some residential, but I'm just going to zone in this and then walk away from it for now because we got our services in. That's fantastic. And then what we need to do is look at our industrial area here. So what we did is we removed the power plants, and by doing that we've left some open space. So I'm just going to fill that in with industrial potential, and we'll kind of see what comes of it. I'm going to leave this open still for now. Why don't we just get like one big one right there? Yeah, okay, so we'll throw it on 3-speed. Let's take a look at our status. So we've got 8% unemployment, so I think we could definitely use getting some jobs here. So I think the fire department's putting that out, and we need water out this way. Oh, darn. I don't know what it is. Like, I really don't I don't do this on purpose. It probably seems like I am though, because every episode I forget water at some point. But I don't know. Just silly. All right, so let's just bring water down here. Whoops. And we'll leave it at that. And I do have a plan for wood garden, but I'm gonna leave it for now. Probably maybe on the detailing episode we'll continue the park. It's just, we've all seen parks. We've already done it before in this season or in this series a couple times. So I just don't want to waste your time building parks and stuff. All right, so what did I say we were gonna do at the beginning of the episode? Services, fill in some industry, and start the oil. So I think that's what we'll do next. If I'm looking at unemployment, that didn't really affect it that much. And I think I want to get another bridge across here at some point. You see this road right through here. I think this one should bridge across. This will be like Bedford Street here. I think this will be like an original road before the highway. Although the highway kind of probably would have been here earlier. But anyways, let's get a new bridge here. So what we could do is we could use the covered bridge. That's pretty cool. If we say Riverside was an older town. I mean, it's got to be readjusted here, but not too bad. All right, and let's all get it to that height. Let's actually lower it a touch. Yeah, I think that looks good. It actually kind of flows together too. All right, so let's just do a bit of readjusting of the zoning here. So definitely don't want a house there. I think we're gonna take this house down, take that house down too, and we'll just kind of touch up the land here. Let's go with the smoothing tool, just a small brush. Just gonna smooth that out. Nice, yeah, I think this actually flows really well together. Oh, I lowered this street. Oh, that's why. Okay, let's just make sure it's just this. Yeah, I think that'll be fine. All right, and now let's just readjust the housing over here. So I'm just gonna put couple smaller lots here, so we don't get that huge hitbox. All right, so we'll let that come in, and I think the covered bridge looks kind of cool. I'm just trying to use different bridges, you know. We've all used the same bridges over and over, so all right. So right at this point here, though, I'm thinking I'm going to switch back to like a normal road. Let's just use the industrial road for now. Oh no, let's get to ground level. All right, so let's just adjust this really quickly. I'm just going to do that, and let's make it just a smooth slope. Yeah, that's pretty cool. Okay. So this isn't really for trucks and stuff. So you know what we could do is we could actually grab this, and we can do this, and we'll grab this right here, and we'll say no trucks. So this is just for people to cross over here, because you know trucks could not travel on that, right? And if this isn't an older town, this would be the main street, right? And now it's just kind of overgrown. And you know, I don't know if there's many covered bridges where you live, but there are quite a few in Canada, and they're pretty cool. There's actually one pretty close to where I live, and it does look pretty similar to where this is, like it's right at the intersection. Anyways, let's continue with this. Sometimes they're one way, and you have to like kind of like wait and make sure it's clear before you go in. All right, so let's just get the freeform tool here, and what I'm going to do is I'm just going to maybe come around this little lake here, or not lake, little inlet. Yeah, there we go. So this is going to be the oil industry, and the reason why I wanted to do that is because I wanted to try to find a good spot to get the main building for the ore industry. So there'll probably be a connection over here. We're going to rework this at some point. So this is where all the oil is. If we just do resources. Oh yeah, it's my silly glitch. I don't know what's happening here, but this is oil. We could use this as more of like the oil field, and then we can get the production over on this side by the rail line, perhaps. And then, I want to use the highway as best we can. Let's grab this. Should I do that? Yeah, I don't see why not. And we should probably readjust this highway too with these turning lanes. All right, let's just make sure that this is all good. Okay, so thinking now we're just going to try to use all of this space in here. But I do like the idea of using this because then you can get the cargo rail right here. I probably should have thought of this out a bit more before this episode. Well, we can always readjust this road too. This doesn't have to be here. And we can use it that way. So I'm also planning on bringing a rail line into the ore industry area. But all right, let's do this. Let's just kind of start, and we'll see. Instead of just trying to plan it out all at once, let's kind of corner these trees right here, or we'll kind of make it like a little section, and then I think we'll put the main building in this area. So let's go with this. We'll get all that. Mulberry Center. I don't know. I kind of like it over here, though. But it'd be really tricky. Where should we get this rail station? It's just so obvious to put the rail station over here. But if we're curving... No. Let's do that. Okay. Let's drag Mulberry Center over here. And we'll kind of just take over this side of the rail, too. And let's just cancel what we were doing before. I think we might still use this for some oil, but I want to get the at least production kind of stuff over in this section here. So let's take a big risk here and make this a four-way junction. All right, so let's flip this around, and we'll do the same right here. Just like that, and flip it around. All right, and then what we need to do is just give this dedicated turning lanes here, so the straight and the right are going to meet together, and we'll do the same thing. So the straight and the right are together, and this left dedicated lane. And this whole thing could probably be a different type of highway, but I think we'll leave it for now. All right, so let's just actually just take this segment off, and let's just follow our nose here. So let's see. I think the main building should probably be somewhere over in this direction. And I think what we should do is just get a straight 90-degree road. And we'll just do that. I'm gonna redraw this in. Sorry if you can hear my phone buzzing. Alright, just like that, perfect. And let's flip it around. Get rid of that, perfect. Okay, so let's take our forest brush and just eliminate these trees that are in the way. I think we'll probably add in some more trees at a later date too. Alright, so now that we have this in place, let's take a quick peek at the topography. Perfect, okay, so this looks pretty good. I'm just gonna smooth it out just a bit, because I just want to make sure everything's gonna be okay with all of our tools here. So I'm just gonna smooth this out. It's supposed to be plains anyways, right? So grasslands. This I don't mind being a bit of a slope. Let's actually take all of this. Let's put it the same height as that. There we go. That's actually quite a slope, more than I was expecting. I don't know if trucks could really make that. All right, let's just do some readjustments here. Yeah, these trucks are gonna be carrying goods, so let's then back this up and like a smooth slope kind of thing. I think that should be fine. Let's actually back it up one more. Yeah, that's good. And then we'll just make this brush size a lot smaller, and we'll just kind of get rid of the little bumps here. Let's turn this up a bit and just smooth out this section. Okay, pretty good. Now let's plan out the rest of it. Take a quick peek at our unemployment rate. So it's 5%. So it's not the best idea to start an industry when you're at like 5% unemployment. You kind of want to aim for 10. So I'm just going to draw this in because I want to kind of keep a grid off of this kind of road we have here. I think a lot of our industry is going to be running off of this type of road. And then I want to get a connection in right here. Perfect. And I think we'll take this out just a touch more. Alright, so this is where our main building is going to be. Let's pull up our oil industry. Oh wow, it's a lot bigger than I thought it was going to be. Okay, so let's take that off. Alright, so we have our basic oil production. Autumn Oil Group. I didn't have a name planned. Well, you know, I'll leave it for now. If you want to name the oil industry, feel free, let me know. An Ontario themed, a Canadian historical theme would be fantastic. If I think of one before I get to it, then I'll just name it. But I'll probably like your names better. And just letting you know, I do record quite ahead of time sometimes. So, for example, I'm recording this on the weekend that's just passed, and I know it's Wednesday for you guys, so happy Wednesday. But I often don't see, or I often can't implement any comments until the following, or from the week until the following week. So just letting you know. All right, so this is pretty good. I think I'm gonna save this section for like more like HQ kind of things. I'm gonna leave this like this. It looks a little bit silly right now, but I'm sure it'll look better once we get some other things in here. And I just want to use this to kind of mark our grid too. So technically I would like to continue it out like this. But yeah, we're good like that. So this looks a bit silly right now, but I think it'll work out great in the end. Let's get just the basics down. What am I doing? Holy cow. So let's see. I think I want to get a dirt road here. I'm gonna go at this point, and we're just going to curve it up like that. Let's go like this and follow the rail a bit like that, and kind of want to take some. Now, okay, so we'll throw a caveat out there really quickly. What this area is no main building. Oh, jeez. Okay, well, sorry, Mulberry Center. So anyway, so the oil that is in Ontario is not really capitalized industrially. It was historically, but I'm fairly confident that Ontario was one of the first areas to use industrial oil. There's sections in Ontario where the oil literally like bubbles out of the ground. Like it's like a tar field. Not the tar sands like you may know in Alberta, but like small sections of farm fields where like it just kind of pools in the ground. Anyway, so that's where they first started using oil. It's in like, I don't exactly know where, but I think it's closer to like Sarnia area in Ontario. London, Ontario kind of is part of the country. Anyway, so they don't really use pumps like this, like we're using here. It's a different type of pump, but this is more like an oil pump you'd see out in Alberta or Texas kind of thing, you know? So we're just gonna get a couple in here. I'm putting them by the train tracks because I think that's where, if theoretically, these would be oil pumps, I think they would probably be out this way. And then we need our production here. So this has to be kept fairly far away from the water. So that is one main concern of mine. So we're just gonna bring a road like this right up to the rail. And we are then going to place some of these in here. Just gonna take 2 for now, and then we have crude oil storage. Now, I was planning on using this line here for the storage. Another great use for these, if you want to if you want to use like some multi-purpose of these assets, airports, they look great. Even in, it's a bit silly, but in water treatment plant builds, They look great too because they look like water treatment like facilities. So yeah, there's lots of multi-purpose for some of these. All right, so let's bring some water up there, and the pumps need water. Okay, so now that we have this in place, I want to get our cargo rail in line here. So let's look at that. This is gonna be your first cargo rail plant. All right, so let's just kind of do some rough estimates here, and we'll see if this is big enough. Okay, so we gotta pull it back a bit. That should work. All right, so we got that in place. It's gonna start getting pretty busy. I'll hold Alt down and just shrink that. Then I'm gonna grab all of these, and I'm just going to readjust it. Okay, so let's rework this and this. Let's just connect it up. And we'll use Move It to tweak this so it doesn't look horrible. So one trick before like you leave, like, oh, it's done, just make sure that the rails are actually connected, because sometimes they'll disconnect. Okay, so let's grab this, we'll swing it out a bit. I know we have connected over here, we don't really need to. Maybe this is like an access road. And yeah, it looks like this is all good. Okay, so let's make this a one-way system here. Let's bring it out to about there, and then let's do that. And I think ideally I want to bring it in right here. There we go. So let's switch that around, and let's connect up with a straight. Actually, let's do something like this. Yeah, right here works. And we'll do a nice curve. All right, and of course, water's the thing. Okay, so let's bring the water down Lee Street here. All right, so we got our first cargo rail in place here. This is going to be fantastic. I'm going to delete this road because we're also going to have to get a spur line out into the ore industry at some point. Yeah, we'll leave it at that. Let me know what you think in the comment section down below, everyone, and I'll catch you next time. There we go. Peace out.